Worst Call of Duty of all time? Horrible? Trash? These are just some of the terms used by many of us to describe Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, personally, I like to refer to Call of Duty Ghosts as a very underappreciated Call of Duty title. Now, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why, even half a decade later, that's right, 5 years ago this game came out, Call of Duty Ghosts may not be as bad as you remember. What is going on, guys? Asylum's here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, smash that subscribe button and, of course, leave a like. And I would like you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know what your guys' opinions of Call of Duty Ghosts is. Whether you hate it, whether you love it, whether you think it's underappreciated, let me know down below. So I made a list here, a pretty good list of why I think Call of Duty Ghosts especially is very underappreciated. So we're going to go over some pros and definitely some cons at the end, because we all know this game is not perfect, but we all know this game is not as bad as you may think it is. So we're going to start with the pros first, okay? We're going to start with the pros. So first off, I'm just going to say, this game came out 5 years ago, and I still play this game to this day more than any other Call of Duty that's on the market right now, okay? So the first pro that I have is this is the last boots on the ground game since World War II. Technically, so this one came out, and then it was Advanced Warfare, which had advanced movements, and then Black Ops 3, advanced movements, and then Infinite Warfare, advanced movements. So technically, this was the last boots on the ground game, which is sad because everybody was kind of getting bored of the boots on the ground gameplay. So basically, that is why I think that's one of the reasons why Call of Duty Ghosts had such a bad backlash to it, because everybody was kind of bored of the boots on the ground gameplay, and then Ghosts came out and didn't really change too much. They made a slide feature, which was pretty cool. You could shoot while sliding, which is definitely better than the dolphin dive, but it wasn't anything that everybody wanted, you know? Everybody wanted some sort of advanced movements, which actually got a little ridiculous as time went on. But I think this game was awesome, had so much fun playing it. So, last boots on the ground games since World War II, okay? Now, I freaking love boots on the ground. I hate the advanced movements. I basically refuse to play Call of Duty games with advanced movements. So there's that, and of course, this game had a bunch of lasts, because this is also the last game before supply drops were introduced. This game had regular DLC, whether it was skin packs, different characters, voiceovers for your narrator in your game, kind of some wacky, silly stuff, but at the same time, you knew what you were buying. You would take your $1, your $2, and if you wanted to buy that, then you would buy that. It wouldn't be a box and you'd get something random and you'd waste your money on something you didn't want. If you wanted a skin pack with Cats from Space on it, you could buy that skin pack from Cats from Space. It got a little ridiculous, but at the same time, you got what you wanted, so you can't hate on it for that. And then they introduced supply drops the year later with Advanced Warfare, and I get it. I guess the regular DLC wasn't making as much money as the supply drops, but I mean, hey, we can't all get what we want. So, also, the very last, Call of Duty Ghosts was the last Call of Duty to allow you to earn a specialist kill streak. So, this game had support, which you could earn kill streaks even if you die. And then they had, of course, the assault, which is just like, you know, what we're used to. The more kills you get, the closer you'll get to your kill streak. And then they had specialist, where the more kills you'd get, the more perks you'd earn, and you basically become a super soldier. And it got to the point where shit was ridiculous. But this is the last Call of Duty where you could earn specialist kill streaks. Something I loved about Call of Duty Ghosts that no other Call of Duty has ever done before, the field orders, guys. And that is when you kill somebody and they drop that little glowing blue briefcase and you can go pick it up. And that was such a cool feature. If you were unfamiliar with it, they dropped this blue briefcase and it was open for anybody to pick up. Once you pick it up, it would tell you what to do, whether you had to get a kill in prone, get a kill while crouching, steal an enemy's gun and get 3 kills with it. You could even teabag a guy to get the field orders, and you would be awarded a care package. Now, multiple maps had map-specific field orders that you could earn, and they were absolutely awesome. So, in like the regular core game, you could earn. Let's see, what could you earn? You could earn a nuke. You could earn mortar strikes. You could earn so many cool things from these field orders. And then once we got into the DLC maps, shit got real, guys. From these field orders, they were so damn cool. You could become the fucking Predator from the movie Predator, if you got the field orders on, I forget what map it was, but on a specific map, you could literally become the Predator, and it was basically unstoppable. That shit is insane. You could become Mike Myers on the DLC map Fog, which is basically a horror movie map, and you literally become Mike Myers running around with an axe, and the shit is crazy, guys. There's even, let's see, what do we got here? There's Ghost Pirates on another DLC map, and there's two Ghost Pirates. There's one with a knife and one with a gun, and they will just run wild on the map and get kills for you. And there's even a map where you get the field orders and it erupts a volcano, and it basically just destroys the map you're on and kills the entire other team. It is awesome. But speaking of that, from the field orders, also Call of Duty Ghosts had the best DLC maps I have ever seen. And I mean that. In any Call of Duty game, they had the best DLC maps, which they had the horror movie map Fog, which is just creepy and awesome, and it was just a great map. There was a map with pirate ships, and there was even Favela Remake from Modern Warfare 2, and there was even a pyramid map. And they just had so many awesome DLC maps, and you just couldn't beat it. It was literally the best DLC maps I've ever seen in any Call of Duty. And it even had some of the coolest guns ever. And what I mean by that is the Honey Badger, the Ripper, which was a little ridiculous because you had to pay $5 for the Ripper. But you got the Honey Badger, which was still to this day is referred to one of the best assault rifles of all time. And the Ripper, which was a hybrid assault rifle submachine gun, absolutely decimates the enemies. And it is just an awesome, awesome weapon. So even when Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 came out, I was still playing Call of Duty Ghosts. Not because I couldn't afford the other ones. It's because I didn't want to play the other ones. I didn't like the advanced movements. So I was a Call of Duty Ghosts fanboy, I guess you could say. And even when my friends went to play Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, I wouldn't go with them. I'd play Ghosts by myself. And you know what? I had no problem with that because I had so much fun on it, even by myself, that, you know what, I couldn't match the other games. Another pro we got here is the Extinction game mode. It was very cool. I honestly think Extinction was a blast. It definitely took more strategy than the earlier Call of Duty zombies. Not so much the newer zombies, because there's a lot more to it now. But the earlier level zombies, Extinction definitely was a lot more strategic. It kind of got a little boring after a while. You definitely had to play it with friends. But it was definitely cool and definitely a lot of fun. And I mean, they were trying something new, and I think they nailed that. So continuing with some pros from Call of Duty Ghosts, this game did not have the best maps, but it did have a couple awesome maps, being Strike Zone, which took place at a baseball stadium, and Warhawk, which you are seeing right now. These maps flowed amazingly, and they were just so much fun to play. And I also put Stormfront here. That's a very unpopular opinion. Not a lot of people like Stormfront, but I love that map. So I honestly think this game had 3 good maps that were not in the DLC. So it's not a good ratio for good to bad maps, and I will get to that in the cons, don't you worry. But it had 3 good maps that I enjoyed playing. Another pro is this game was very easy to me. I'm not like the best at every Call of Duty game. Like, I love Modern Warfare 2, but I suck at it. I love Black Ops 2, but I suck at it. And then I'm really good at MW3, and I'm really, really good at Ghosts. I had just under 6 days played on this game, and I was 10th prestige at level 60. I was as high of a level as you could get. So I found this game very, very easy, and I only had about a 2 KD, so I wasn't like phenomenal, but I definitely wasn't bad. I just thought this game was very, very easy to play and get into. So it could be unbalanced, but it could be balanced at the same time. So you could basically, if you've never played a Call of Duty game, you could hop into this one and already know what's going on. So also with that is it's very easy to get kills, which I put in the middle of pros and cons because the enemies die very quick. But at the same time, so do you. So as you're seeing here, I am playing a regular game mode. It's not hardcore, and you can see I'm just putting a couple bullets into people, and they are just dying very, very fast. So it could be a pro if you are the one on the giving side. If you are receiving that, it could piss you off because sometimes you couldn't even lift your gun before you were shot dead. It was ridiculous. So I put that in the middle because it's either good or bad. So we're gonna get into the cons now. So you might even see throughout this video, this game had constant frame drops. Don't really know what the deal was with that, but it just happened from the release to even today. The game just cannot hold on to the frames. It just drops all the time. And that may have something to do with the next con. The maps were too big. Call of Duty games are known for their maps. And you know what? Having one or two big maps is no problem. That's fine. You can have one or two big maps. Like when you go to MW2, you got Wasteland. I don't know what else. I haven't played it in a long time. But you got Wasteland. So like I said, one or two big maps, that's fine. Don't make 5 or 6 of them ginormous maps. You just can't do that because people are going to lose interest. You got to have small maps that flow really well. Honestly, I think the campaign for this game was very bland, which to me was an issue because I haven't played a Call of Duty campaign since this one. The one I played after that was World War II. I didn't play Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, or Infinite Warfare. Couldn't do it. So as you're seeing here, also, the color palette was miserable. The coloring for this game, very bland. Browns, greens, yellows. You know, it doesn't pop like the newer Call of Duty games do. I think a problem with this game was it basically became a meme of itself to hate on this game. So you'd hear all your friends be like, "Oh man, that game sucks," and then you would just go with it. You'd hear YouTubers go, "Oh, that game sucks," and you would just go with it. But once you actually play it, and I'm sure some of you maybe after watching this video may go back and give it another chance, and I suggest you do because this game is awesome, guys. This game is awesome. I suggest you go give it another chance. But it doesn't suck as bad as you may think, and I think people were just tired of boots on the ground, like I said before, and that kind of sucks. Another con is the kill streaks in this game sucked. Besides like the specialist ones you can get, like the special ones you can get in the care packages, the kill streaks mostly sucked, and that sucks because Call of Duty they're usually phenomenal with their kill streaks, and they just didn't pull it off in this game. Alright guys, so like I was saying, I told you I would get to the core maps, and this is going to be my last con for the game, but this is a pretty big one at the same time, because if their maps suck, that's not going to make a lot of people want to stick around, you know? And as you can see, how big this map is, and this is only like half the map. There's like a whole other section over there, but this is like half of the map, and you can see how big this is. So some of the core maps include Siege, which is a huge map that's just about this size and has a huge, like, hole in the middle of it. There's no point of the hole. It's just a huge hole that is taking up, like, a third of the map. Then we have Stonehaven, which you are seeing right now. And I am in just a regular multiplayer match, so if I get killed, I do apologize. I just wanted to hop into this so I could show you guys the size. And it even goes way over there, and up there, and way back there behind that wall, there's even stuff. And then I'll even try to show you guys over here. There is an enemy over here, but I will show you. It even goes over here, and shit is just ridiculous, guys. It is huge. Oh, and I'm dead, like I told you. And then there's another one, Chasm, which is just, it's big, but it doesn't flow at all. Look at that guy's leg. What the hell's going on there? But it just doesn't flow at all. It makes no sense. There's half the map is destroyed, half of it's fine. I don't get it. And then we have Flooded, which is just miserable to play on. The whole map is gray, doesn't flow at all, and there's just a big river in the middle of it. I get it's from the campaign, but it just really does suck. And then we have, of course, Free Fall. Oh, don't you get me started on Free Fall, but you did it anyways. Free Fall did not come with the core game, and then they just gave it to everybody. They said it was a pre-order bonus, but it really wasn't. They just gave it to everybody after a good amount of time. And Free Fall is the most sickening map you will ever play on in your entire life. Basically, that map it's basically a car accident on a Call of Duty map, because the entire map, you are on a skyscraper that is falling down. So the whole map, the whole time, it's shaking just like this, and there is so much rubble and debris everywhere. You honestly, when you die, you cannot tell what side of the map you're on half the time. It is miserable. There's flow, but at the same time, it's just absolutely chaotic, and it is no fun to play. it is miserable, and I don't even know whoever thought of that map should have been fired, and I hope they were. Not really, because people losing their jobs isn't funny, but they deserve to get, you know, in some serious trouble for making that. But like I said, guys, like, if your game, if the core maps suck, you're not gonna want to play it. Which I think is why they came out with the amazing DLC maps to try to get people to come back to it. But you know what? People just had it at that point, and didn't want anything to do with it. But that was my video, guys. That was my pros and cons of Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, like I said, I would definitely want to hear your guys' opinions of Call of Duty Ghosts. What you guys think of it? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's underappreciated? Let me know down in the comments below. I went over a bunch of pros and a bunch of cons, and honestly, I don't think this game is as bad as everyone made it out to be. If you think it still is, I think maybe you should go back and give it another try. 5 years later, there still are people playing, as you can see. It's a little bit harder to find a match, but you can definitely do it if you have the patience. So if you still have Call of Duty Ghosts, go play it. Whatever system, it was on 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One. Go play this game, give it another chance, then come comment back on my video. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. So, of course, guys, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to the channel, and, of course, leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And, of course, leave your comment down below and let me know your guys' opinions. Anyways, guys, Asylum's here. I will catch you guys in the next one.